welcome back to Pfispeed. Our third PSCA race was off the hook. So much fun that everybody was just flying. Goofy built Shane, I am so proud of him. He has been working so nonstop on his CRX and it's starting to come around. I think in the future we need to look at getting some axles for it. We'll continue to keep pushing on it and see how fast he can go. But in this episode, we've got all the cars back here at the shop. We're gonna dive in and try to get everything put back together and get ready for PSCA Race 4, which will be our final race at Bandimere Speedway ever. It's hard to say, it's hard to think, but ever. So PSCA Race 4, it's only 4 days away, and we've got a lot to do. You saw we had problems with Steven's car, we had problems with the Freedom Civic, Jamie's car acted up. So we got to dive in, get all these hot rods figured out, and get ready for this event because it's coming up fast. All right, so we got Stevens on the lift. Last night he thought it was the transmission, but we're not thinking so right now. So he's gonna pop the pan off here, the catch pan, and we're gonna find the problem real fast. He's got like 4 bolts right here. Oh, you can see it from back here?
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Oh no, that is not your transmission. That is not the transmission. I don't know why it zinged at the end of the track. That's why I thought it was a transmission, because it zinged like a free ride. We're gonna have to check your log. Yeah. Also, I don't think it looks too healthy right now. Definitely making more power than those rods can take. Yeah, that thing's mangled. On a 62. Yeah, let's pull it down and see the carnage. Let's pull the turbo off, make sure we don't have anything inside there as well. That's mangled. It's mangled. Well, we got a few days to get this thing solved.
I got a spare in the trailer.
Well, we're gonna have to run through everything for sure. Yep. We're probably gotta pan at home or around here.
I need a windage tray, that's the problem.
Oh.
I don't have one of those.
We'll figure it out. All right, Steven's log.
So, right here, about 1,200 foot, I'd say, is where it blew up. So see, that's the RPM. Wigs out for a minute. And see the boost spikes up to like, let me get back over to it. 48 pounds right there.
Yeah.
When it blows up, when it blows that rod out, this is why. See how low the back pressure came then?
Yeah.
Because we totally lost a cylinder. So we have one holeless cylinder of pressure going into the manifold.
Yeah.
So it's that much less pressure blowing the gate open.
What happened there?
That's where he has to.
Oh, that's where you got your clutch in
the
it.
2.3. That's the 2.3. But this is the one thing that we don't like.
What's that?
That's the oil pressure. It's not very good the whole time.
The whole time. On 2-step, we saw 74. On his launch out here, it goes down to 31. Depending on where you sit, you end up at like 28.
Well, they had a journal that had ate itself previously. That was on its way south.
That's the cylinder.
4, yeah.
That's the cylinder that the rod was already, the bearing was already messed
That makes
up.
sense. The rod was already pissed.
Yeah.
Rod needed resized.
Yep.
Thank you for remembering that. That's the one thing I forgot about.
That was the first thing I looked when I opened it. There was no color on any of them.
Yeah.
But that's
Probably no color, but it still was out.
because that bearing was squished and rolled out.
Yeah.
Like it was out the side. But you see, it was just eating itself all through here on the oil pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, that was 0.6 of a second that it was down a whole cylinder. It still went an 896.
166.
Hold on, don't look here. Look at the head real quick. Piston wedged before it came up.
The piston's track.
This is an ancient, like,
Aries, right?
Ancient, yeah.
It's an ancient Aries. Oh, it's stuck.
Oh yeah, that thing's stuck.
I know. The pin is still in there.
Well, your
Top
stock,
half the pin is what stopped it.
Yeah.
your OEM LSD is still good.
Yep.
Yeah. Right?
The pin is what stopped it.
Yep.
Thank goodness for the pin.
Rip that rod right now.
Dang.
Did you pull the log? What the log look like?
Not good.
You could definitely tell where it blew up.
Look in the hole.
Straight down the one bolt, you can see it looks broke.
Why'd you break a bolt?
See it? Show it on the camera. Look straight in the hole, the one bolt does look broke. The one bolt does look broke.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, I'm at the point.
Let's just dump the whole thing.
Well, it's basically shifting it away. And
Yeah.
keep it.
All right. Sorry about the wind noise. We've got the fan going. Steven got his apart. Woo!
That folded.
Let's get this stuff apart.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's wild.
Let's get the tray off and let's take a look. Wow, that's crazy.
Harmony.
Here, let me hold.
Oh, man. New
Got a ring.
Yeah. Wow. Whoa. So what do you think happened? You think the rod bolts failed?
That is snap.
I said we should put 625s in.
I knew we should. We just didn't have time.
We are down.
And they've probably been torqued more than they should have been.
So you have 625s in the other motor.
Nope.
We're gonna dive in a little deeper here and find out what is inside. You did an amazing job, son.
Yeah.
I think she ate herself. That's rising average.
Nice and too. Grab it, dude.
Well, with the tray off, that rod is wowzers. High?
It's like a high.
Nah.
There's some on the skirt.
Well, I think he spun it because it's hot.
And then he broke the bolts. It's all black.
Yeah, I think the bearing was hot. Yeah, that's what
Then it
happened.
broke the bolts.
Yeah. That was the one with the crushed bearing.
That was the one with the crushed bearing. We tried to save it. We should have done bearings every round.
More skirt.
No holes though.
You were like a baseball.
That's
Came right
awesome.
down.
Thank goodness.
Yep.
Don't take your car apart yet, buddy.
Oh, I'm taking it apart.
Well, I almost want to put these in and see what it does, because that's a big difference.
Number 2 is the one we have all the extra fuel in to even out the EGT. All right, so we've got air into the freaking Civic. Got that sound going on right now. All right, guys, I got the turbo off the Freedom Civic. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this flange off. We're gonna upgrade the turbo. We're gonna put Jamie's old 74 millimeter on it and see if it'll go a little bit faster this next PSCA. It's our very last race, and I want to try to give her all she's got. I ran through things. I changed the crank sensor. I think that might solve our problem with the two-step stuff and it running weird. I'm gonna keep pushing, see if I can't get this thing rocking for this next weekend. All right, guys, we're in full swing. The Freedom Civic. I'm gonna get the turbo manifold put back on there, mock up the other turbo, tack weld the new flange on, and then I'm gonna have a bigger turbo on that hot rod. Jamie's, we just put a new wastegate spring in that. And my boys have been hard at work on their hot rods. PSCA Race 4 this weekend, last one on the mountain. Everybody's trying to do everything they can to get these hot rods done and ready. So we're just about ready to put the new engine in. So Steven's been working hard on that. He did get this baby all apart. And well, that digger, and you saw the rest of the mayhem. So Mario and him are on that. All right, Steven has made great progress. He's got her back in the car. Him and Mario have been blasting this thing out. That's looking good. Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Been kicking butt.
I don't do one.
Harvey's been busting out his training all day, too.
Oh, yeah. And transfer case.
And transfer case?
Oh my goodness.
Jeez, that's 55 gallons of C85. Human forklift.
It's not always right. Make way for change.
more down.
Heck yeah.
And you got yours running.
Yeah, it's done.
So this one's ready to go.
Just doing a little work on the catch can and training's good. We're good to go.
Everyone's making some progress.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to finish porting the downpipe now. Trying to get a lip out of it. Just try to clean this all up here and make it flow good. So that's where I'm at. We'll continue to do that. And then should be able to put the Freedom Civic back together and start it. All right, so we got Jamie's all back together now. Now we're gonna just try to start this one and make sure it's ready. Whew. Never ending. Getting there.
A day left.
I got one more hot rod after this, I think, right? Or you're still moving weight around, so you still got stuff to do.
Yeah. We're gonna add another weight coat to the bottom there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna add some mechanical injection to that because I do not have time to add another row of injectors and deal with all that. So I gotta do something for more fuel. All right, so we got this baby together. We got the new turbo on, and we're ready to fire it up and see how she sounds. And then I need to work on some mechanical injection because she's gonna need more fuel than one set of injectors. Are you ready? Spinning. All right, Freedom Civic is back. There's one more step closer.
The old trusty turbo.
Yeah. It's got a little bigger turbo now. Now it's gonna breathe. I do need to do this mechanical injection thing and then probably throw on the dyno and just set the boost because this thing ain't gonna act like the other one.
No.
So.
No, we looked back at like some back pressure or boost on this one when it was on my car. Like
Yeah.
it should really wake this up.
Yeah.
Because mine started off with the turbo that you had on here, and then that's what we put on it.
Yep.
So we saw the difference that made, so it should make a big difference on this.
Yeah. It's gonna be a rock star.
So this is what you have going for mechanical injection, right?
Yep.
So
So I'm gonna put, some dash 3 fittings right here. We're gonna have jets in right here. And then the nitro solenoid will have a solid state relay on it. And that's basically it. So duty cycle gets to 80%-ish. Turn that on and just fog some fuel in.
Well, we're trying to make these lines, same length and everything, so
Yep.
it's nice and even.
That's
So
what I was-
where the hood will close.
That's what I wasn't sure. Come up that way or come down this way.
Or middle valve cover one.
Right, and come down like that. It's kind of what I was thinking.
Mount this somewheres.
Yep, because the line will come off this plug right here.
Always gonna think
It's
it has
something.
nitrous.
Yeah, it's
Mechanical
something.
injection. When you're already that far on injector duty cycle, it's just a garden hose anyway.
Yep.
So adding 4 more as garden hoses ain't gonna hurt anything.
Nope, it'll actually allow these to come back some and
Yep.
it'll be all right. I've done it with nitrous before too, overjetted it to get the fuel I needed, so
Yep.
it's not much different. One of the things on Steven's car we want to change is we've got these big weights in the seat to make weight. 90 pounds worth. Sorry for the fan, it's kind of loud in here. But we got with Rob and we cut another plate. So Steven is working on getting a second plate on here so we can get that weight out of the seats, get it where it counts. We were suffering a little bit on the 60 foot, so we're gonna work on those. And that should help us get that done. So, you ready, kiddo?
I'm ready. The weight is, it's 94, and he's got 3 skids inside that are 30 pounds apiece. So we're gaining 4 pounds, but we're moving it up here.
Yeah, where it counts. So,
Because it is in the passenger seat, so we're
Yep.
moving 90 pounds from there to here.
yep, that'll help.
And then Mario, I think they're taking the straps that we had left on our plate and they're adding some on his.
Yeah, I think that's what we need to do.
Yep.
We got to get Mario's front half, and we were going to put a lighter gate spring in there and get it to move that way, you know, so it would 60 foot better. But the better thing would probably be just to add some weight to the front. Even if we're heavier, every 100 pounds is a tenth. We got a turbo that we know is good enough to go 860s, 870s. So if we can make it front half, then we can possibly, you know, go 880s, 890s, which I think would be a decent sacrifice. So that is where we're at. And if we can find some weight shed in the back, then we do it. But that's where we're at in life. And I'm just about to drill the intake manifold for the Freedom Civic and start putting my little mechanical nozzles in here. And I'll show you how that all works as we go. So very cool. Yeah, and my injectors are getting clean because I did have a couple dirty ones. So all stuff you need to do to keep these cars together and ripping. Dude, you're gonna be bummed. The whole second round of qualifying, you were in time lapse.
What?
Oh, I knew.
I'm not the first one. That's lame.
I know, because your commentary is pretty good. You guys at home haven't bought these Astro drill bits yet? You're missing out. So it's like a unibit on the tip.
That's rad.
Isn't it cool?
Starts them real nice.
Start some real nice.
It's like you're making a pilot hole. And for everybody wondering,
Yeah.
yes, you can put a second set of injectors here, but if you've ever dealt with the set of injectors on the bottom side, you'll know why we're doing this.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I love it.
And I'd have to get the fuel rail and the whole kit, because this isn't the bolts for the fuel rail. It's like these are adapters for the bolts. And it's just a mess of stuff. So
And we don't have a lot of room down there with the starter and everything else we have down there. So
unless we get an intake manifold with dual on top, this is what it's going to get.
Which is the old way to do it before they had those manifolds.
This is how we used to do it. We're just going in OG mode. Gonna run the tap through there. Blue helmet to MIG? Yeah. You're killing me. So, we ain't done with Mario's. They have added a couple extra plates here, but they are trimming everything they can out of this thing. We got to get our weight bias right. Taking the power out of first gear is not the answer. The answer is more weight in the front. So, we're gonna just keep working at it and try to get the bias as close as possible. So, he's gonna keep trimming. I think Steven is just buttoning his up. He got the bumper on it. He is thrashing. I have got the Holley solid state relay. So this is basically what's going to control my fuel solenoid, and I'll PWM this and basically have one big injector.
this is coming around.
Got them all freaking out.
I know, I've done it to him like 5 times.
Oh, he's under it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're wild. Don't let it tip over on you, kid.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Fire it up. 4-speed hops in the whip. You got 79%.
Damn.
I'll put them in there, Steven.
Almost 80% on the front.
Right? 25-20. That's what you said?
That's it.
Mario's Mexican Bubba Fett.